Hey, what's going on? Today we're going to do a bike check on my new to me 2022 FC 350 and a Vortex ignition. We're going to plug and play with that thing and see what it does. Stay tuned. We out here, Jolene Bardang Speedway, on the new to me 2022 HUSQVARNA 350. Maria's over here videoing my video. Got the beat up FMF pipe on it. Also got a mint stock one. I said I'll save a pound and sound better. Might look a little. We got the ankle savers. Here we are, 7 months and a couple days past this injury. This will be 7 months and a week tomorrow. We got those to help with the ankle support. This thing comes with the Kraft suspension, the FCP motor mounts. I got one of these vented airbox covers. I put some grips on. Oh, it comes with these Yermosi Super Flex handlebars that are actually kind of janky and loose. But oh yeah, we got a whole shot device. Ooh, we got an oversized brake rotor. Ooh, but on this Kraft suspension, this is the only people who do WP suspension. That stands for white power suspension, if you didn't know. It has this micro 120 micron hashing. Ooh, makes it slip and slide even with a little dust on there. Ain't nobody else got that. What are those things? Titanium motor mounts. It's got the suspension set up for the husky type of people. That 185, 190. It's even got its own little shock bladder and adjuster. Cross hatching also on there. I don't know if you can see it. She slides so nice. Other motor mount. A little more on this Kraft suspension. It is still air, but it has this crazy design up under here where you can actually adjust the valve stack by putting more pressure on the valve stack, kind of some sort of spring-loaded thing, so you can adjust your valving literally with the turn, and that's the normal rebound dampening there on the bottom and the middle. So yeah, we got some ghetto 120 Mitchell numbers that I cut off some old graphics where they didn't capitalize my whole name. But with them today, we get to test out a Vortex ignition. Like, why does that say Honda CRF 250R 2018 when you got a 2022 HUSQVARNA 350? Well, these ignitions are all interchangeable. And this actually came off of a Geico Honda factory team bike. A buddy of a buddy, the guy I found on Marketplace, I found on MX Locker. These are all compatible, and he actually had it tuned for a 2022 KTM SXF 350. And I asked a few tuners, so would that work since this is the same exact engine and whatever as a KTM? 2 out of 3 tuners agree that it will work, so we shall see. Will it make my bike faster, or will it make it blow up? Find out today on this episode of Mitchell's World Racing. Woo! First ride down here at Bardane on the 22 FC 350, and holy crap, this thing is fast. Got one tooth bigger on the rear sprocket. These bikes are made to rev, so it's got that oomph and it still goes. Woo, it is really fast. I can't believe I just spent $600 on an aftermarket ECU to make it go even faster, even though I haven't even ridden it somewhere where I can open it up. But here we are. Vet riders pay the bills, right? We got the Torx bits out, the Vortex, as the Swedish Austrians like to use. Working on it. We're testing and tuning, okay? As sophisticated as this ECU system is, you can see I'm just a knuckle dragging Neanderthal out here hammering on shit. So I fixed this pipe. Subframe or something. I better put that back in. It's just one little bolt. I thought it was that big one. We got to film the struggle here a little bit longer. if you don't mind. So here is your ECU. This might help me put it back together too, you know. You got a little pluggy do here. See what that does. That literally went to nothing. There's nothing in there. All right, boom, little sleeve. This is the brain of the operation here. Put some of my nice salty sweat. There she is. Boom. I really should get like some brake cleaner. But that's the ECU, not the thing. We need this thing. This little rubber sleeve goes over it. It slides back. There's this imaginary plug that does nothing, but we'll stick it in there, you know, if it makes you feel good. It's like that third option. You might put your thumb in there, you might put your extra plug in there. You might just put your ECU in there. I just don't know. So, extra wires for testing and tuning, you know, real high-tech stuff. It's like when you got extra nuts and bolts when you're done. Well, that was pretty simple. Well, I say that now, I probably did something wrong. But, take your old ECU, chuck it into the bushes. Not gonna need that anymore. See if I can even figure out how a seat works. All right, now we're in there. Whew, okay, so once your ECU is in there, you gotta calibrate your TPS, your throttle positioning sensor. And apparently the way you do that is hold down the kill switch and hit the start button for 3 seconds. I watched a video, that's a short on YouTube from the guy from XPR, and he says 3 seconds, and it's not even 2 Mississippis. But I'm gonna do the full 3 Mississippis. Boom. And then you gotta do a wide open TPS thing. So same thing, crank the throttle, hold the kill switch. Woo. And now we should be calibrated. We got it rich. It was on map 3, which is supposed to be the most advanced timing one, which is supposed to be the hardest hitting, which should be what we're looking for here on this 350. Gonna gear up. We finna gear up and find out anything. So I'm gonna gear up, and the next video should be me looping out. Yeah, still fast as hell. It's surprisingly smooth. If anything, I think it hits softer, and then it just rolls on. Like I could just land in the meat of 30 years, just like this perfect power wheeling. Definitely do not need a 450. Not even out here in the great wide open of bar dangling. Yeah, I don't know. Was it worth $600? So yeah, she's a beast. I think the engine braking is less, Might have to turn the idle down. So that's exactly what we want. So yeah, got back on the bike here for a second impression. And that time, instead of just going fast, I kind of played with it a little bit. And you could rev this thing to the moon in second gear. Some of those high-speed sections, I thought I was in the top of third gear. I was just barely bouncing off the rev limiter in second. It was unbelievable how far this thing would rev out. And I turned the idle back down because I like my idle up to combat the engine braking. And now that I turned that back down, it's like it's freewheeling like it should. You could be in third gear, downshift to second, downshift to first, and it would freewheel much better, almost like a two-stroke. Not quite that two-stroke action, but yeah, I was just playing with it and popping wheelies in second gear and stuff. It's got the bark down bottom and it revs to the freaking moon. Maybe it calibrated more since that was the second time riding it. I don't know, but I'm a happy customer. So yeah.